Hey everybody, I popped up real quick. All right. So today we've got not as much of a hot mess. I am joined by Nick Tockert and Don Dulas. And is Joe coming in or is he staying out? There he is.
Joe's coming
You-
out.
You guys forgot the opening thing.
Well, I hit the intro video. It gave me 10 seconds, and then that's all it gave me.
And I was
Right.
suddenly on the screen. So this
But
is what we're doing. It's not as hot, messy of an express, but it's still rather warm.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep it toasty and gooey here, so don't worry about it. Everybody's going to be warm. Keep it hot as one of Don's tacos. But, so what are we doing today?
I am going to be continuing the levy I was working on Monday. It looks like Joe is running away.
Yep, I'm running away, and I am not ending the stream.
Yeah, don't hit the red button.
Bye, Joe.
Bye,
Didn't
Joe.
you almost hit the red button this morning? Did you almost hit the red button this morning?
One of these days this week. It's been scattered. I'm going up and my brain is just stretching toward like the thought. No.
We have to get you a cover for that button. Just
no.
Just lift it gently.
No, right there. We'll post it now.
we'll post it now. No, it was just though I'm reaching for the ad, and as I'm looking, my hand is drifting. Not the mouse, not the cursor. It's literally the nerves of my hand just going.
You've got Phantom Hand to turn things off.
Phantom Hand to turn things on too, but
hey, not the green room.
Not the green room. Whoa! We're starting early.
Oh, we're gonna start off with not the green room.
I know how to find that one.
That's okay though. And here, while we do this, we'll multitask just in case Trey decides to actually do stitchery. And
yeah, I guess I can stitch and talk. This one's pretty straightforward.
Let me see how I want to do this. We'll do this. And give me a second.
There we go. Oh.
That's why you guys keep me around, because I'm good at the screen hopping,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm not messing things up.
We're going to put Nick between Trey and myself.
My birthday is coming up in August, but, you know.
Just got to prepare. Oh, shoot. That is not what I'm supposed to be doing.
So I'm sorry I missed the show Monday night. I was stuck in traffic, but I did listen to it and watch it like yesterday, and it looked like it was a fun show. Because, you know, what else would it be if it's not a hot mess express with us? That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the pinnacle. This is the pinnacle.
Turn off without a stitch. Bum.
Oh. And while you guys are doing that, let me scroll through to see if there's any interesting commentary. Okay, we've got some big names. Dan Hallfield is here. Good evening. Good evening, Dan. Hello, Carl Witzman. We've got our Dawn back, you see. Anyway. Yes. I'm sorry. I believe that, you know, people can be objectified when it's consensual. Hey, Donna, how are you? We got Donna, and everybody's doing greetings. And yes, guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And, you know, I am trying to convince Trey towards some slightly nefarious things that I won't speak of too clearly here. But I will say that it would make for increased viewership. So please help me corrupt our dear friend and help others find out just what's going on. Wow. And it's Trey. Hey, Trey. And
hey, Trey. Hello.
And then everybody's saying hey. And author Michaela Jade has come by. Hello, friends and foes. Hi. Just popped in to say hi. I have a writers only meeting to attend. Well, have fun with that.
Have fun writing. So, hi, Donna, Carl, Thesis, Dan, everybody. Who did I miss? Because he's going fast. He's zooming.
And Carl wants to know, what are we making again? Well, this is the left-handed restraint. Oh, wait, that's another episode.
That's what I bought the silk for. I will put that in the chat. Again, Control V. Do the thing and the stuffs. And it's posting it to like every page that we have ever.
Yes, so there will be like 6 or 8 of them, and it's delightful.
That's okay. Get a word out there, right?
Right.
So let me scroll down to where that is and randomly grab one of these. Revelry.com/pattern/library/caterpillar bug lovey.
I do like Ravelry a lot.
So much revelry at Ravelry. Please don't make me say that again fast.
You said that and the cat just body slammed the door.
That's right. My mispronunciations bring all the cats to the yard. Cats to the yard. Yes. Wow. While this is tickling along, we've got.
I'm having trouble getting my cap off. Oh my gosh.
We were surprised it was on Monday. Also, that Dawn's daddy showed up. Well,
he did.
Dr. Loss is always welcome, and I'm going to keep it at Doctor because it amuses me.
Me too.
Because unfortunately, and this is a trick about how I handle things, the first name someone tells me someone is forever ingrained. So that is not the time to pull the prank unless you are really, really committed. But let's see.
You can call him Doctor, but his name is Dale, just for your information. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but...
No, I did not know his name was Dale.
Yep. Yep, Dale.
But since he's likely my senior, I'll be respectful and call him Doctor. Anyway, someone said they got Dawn home, but not sure if the eclipse would send her back through the dark hole of life. LOL. Wow.
Dang.
Coming in spicy.
See, guys, it's not my fault.
Come by it honestly.
And while that's going on, Trelena's getting promoted from what happened is you put something on, and I suspect either Joe or Dawn did. Aw. So it's like, ding, 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 ding. But folks, if you want to know more about our own Trelena Bachman, go to indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, musicians, and other creatives. And /about-Trelena-Bachman. That's Trelena is one of the easiest ways to remember how to pronounce it. It may not be accurate, but it's good enough for a mid-grade summoning. Anyway.
And there's me, Trelena.
She likes to drive down the tree lane. Oh, yeah, now I remember what I'm doing. No, that works too. Considering, we also have mine, which is about Nicholas Tucker. And that says Tucker to a huge number of people. Tockert spells Tucker. And in certain communities, that R disappears and it becomes Tucket. It's really interesting. Now, where is yours, Dawn? Did you share everybody but not yourself?
Okay, I see it. See it down the screen.
Where is it? Anyway.
Want me to grab it?
Absolutely.
I grabbed it and I flashed everybody now.
Thank you.
First our tacos on the screen, then she's... Never mind. Hashtag not the green room.
Hashtag my dad's watching. Hashtag he's probably laughing his ass off.
Hashtag. Hashtag I can't get it in the hole.
I'm sorry. It's a girth thing. Anyway.
It is.
So we're going to scroll through the repeats so I can find. And hello again, friend. No, I'm sorry. Hello again, Doctor. And hey, Mr. Dulas. Hey, Mr. Dulas. Dan claims he was promised a muckness.
I think we've started pretty good.
Muck.
I think we've started out mucky pretty out the gate. We were mucky.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yes. We basically are the Sanderson sisters here, except, being played by Oh god! One of them is being played by Saul Rubinek. However,
I was gonna say we're gonna make Nick the Bette Midler. She is so gorgeous. She gets to be Sarah Jessica Parker, and I'll be Kathy Najimy.
Oh man.
You know what? That's incredibly flattering. I'm telling you, because I put a spell on you. No, do not try to unlock my inner diva. This is not the night for us. We have
your inner demon or your inner Bette Midler.
Diva, demon, either or, both are going to be center stage, honey. No, And Kitty says, did someone say restraint? Well, we always act with restraint as long as no one yells rutabaga. Or flower, which is spelled like flower.
And it smells like flour.
Yes. Here, I'll use it in a sentence. There was a flower drawn on the flour sack.
So I saw one of the worst commercials ever, and not for reasons that people probably would think. It was for, I don't remember what it was for. I'll remember later.
Effective advertising.
Right. Well, I was so livid about what I was seeing.
Yes.
They had an open flame, and somebody was playing with flour next to it.
Oh!
Yes. Okay. You understand. Yeah. And it was one of those slow-mo things, and I thought maybe it would be for a fire extinguisher, but it was not. And I was like, please put the fire and the flour down. Put it down.
Hey, Dad, do you remember when I almost set the house on fire right before Tracy's graduation reception? Story later.
Oh, I was going to say, story time?
Once we get through some more of the comments, I'll
okay. So, Kitty Foxy says, "Wow, it's so funny. Anthropomorphic names and restraints in the conversation among my colleagues. Why does this keep happening? That
because you have so many friends.
I travel in only the best of circles. Summon Kitty with restraints. Trust me, I have talents. Moving on, and Carl saying, "Lol, Foxy," and "Hey, Kitty." See, I'm enjoying the show because it keeps turning into Nick After Dark, and I really should apologize for it, but you guys laugh hysterically, so.
We love Nick After Dark. We love Nick in the morning, but After Dark is fun too.
Well, just realize in the morning it's just an extension of After Dark. It's all about the stamina. Now, we've got Don Dulas's commentary, and Kitty says, "If anything would summon me."
Good to know.
I'm so glad I'm not doing an art stream right now, because my brain just went some creative places, and it could actually be very cool, but it would not be what that would have to be like a Discord art stream. We'll put it that way. Foxy, says Donna, and on that note, I need another beer. Well, Dan, by the time I'm done, you may need some of Granny's rheumatism medicine. You see, the malicious, compliant part of me really is trying not to distract Trey too much while she is counting.
Oh, I don't need to count these.
Oh, thank God.
Go to the end and turn around.
Yeah, this is just back and forth.
So you just got to get to the end and then turn around and go back the other way.
I played this in case nobody was available to assist me, especially on Monday.
Well, you flashed the Nick signal and I came. Oh no, dear. I'm but a muse. I don't inflict that on anyone I'm not well equipped to, but I'm not. I just want to inspire people to seek the joy they need. And another green room story. Someone please ask me about the perfume ad. That's to the list.
Right?
And no. It actually had a potentially really cool art piece pop up, taking the thought of Kitty plus restraint plus the rope being long enough to do designs. My brain went places. Artistically, not like curvy. And hello! Oh, hey, Zach! Welcome to the
Hey, Zach!
How are you? Our eventual hopeful former Canadian, or Duolingo Canadian.
Duolingo Canadian.
I went for dual citizenship, and my word came out Duolingo. I speak for a living, friends.
I just imagine like a moose. Like, you've been missing your lessons, eh?
That's terrifying.
I know, isn't it? Like the owl is scary enough.
And I don't know why I'm not asleep, but I'm good. Because you are definitely one of us. That is the most one of us statements that anyone could ever say.
Considering I worked a night shift last night and woke up a couple hours past normal time, did not take a nap, and going in tomorrow morning because the office is paying for tacos. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is the great. I wish we could do like live polls. Hey, StreamYard, if you're listening, we need the live poll function so we could say sleep or I'm sorry, I just saw a comment that my brain said, I know what that means. Okay, moving on. But sleep or tacos, which would you choose? And
can we do both?
Tacos. Always tacos.
Tacos in bed. Now, and we've got notes task Zach, and it's 1:16 a.m. Yeah, you have 45 minutes till my usual sleep time. I usually crash between 1 and 2. I almost bugged Trey last night, but I'm like, I don't know what she's doing, so I'll let her sleep.
I was not sleeping.
And Dr. Dulas says, did you say beer? What brand are you indulging in? Right now, mine is a Miller MGD after my first day of doing yard work.
Ooh.
And I'm going to skip to Dan Hallfield saying natural light. So he's going, wow, an MGD and a natty. I am again among my people, even though I am the registered designated driver of this group. So I have to stay sober and controlled and as always. But speaking of sober and control, Kitty says, my rope dart is plenty long enough for a karate duress.
Nice.
And we're going to keep going. And Launchpad says, taco!
Taco!
Now I'm hungry. And Thesis says, we just had tacos. And Zach replies, and didn't share. Well, you see the airmail from Utah. Utah to Canada, Canada! No, anyway.
Canada?
Wait a minute, it's not doing good to Canada. That's got to go over across the pond there right now, Nick.
Oh, no, last I heard his location was classified, so I am going to operate that I don't know where he isn't. So I'm going to say that he is where he isn't unless ever, otherwise authorized. I've been around knowing things I'm not supposed to know. Thank you very much. And Thesis says, I used to eat tacos in my sleep all the time. Ask Foxy. The level of green room. I'm not even bringing the sign up. I would have to go get my green room sign for this level of not the green room.
Where's Rich when you need him?
And okay, Utah to UK is even further. No, I have relatives from South Dakota. I have to be careful. If I watch too much Red Green Show or I see them, an accent you don't hear out of me comes out.
Oh yeah, well this accent comes out of me once in a while, Hi, Dad, I love you.
God. And my first response is, please, I can only be so aroused. Now, moving on. Middlesbrough, UK is now declassified. Lovely. And your father responds with soft or wrecked hard tacos, chicken or beef.
Chicken? What's a chicken?
Yardbird.
Speaking of chicken, that is how I almost.
To answer your question, it's a place where the counters are a little too high. Dang it. Moving on.
Wait a minute. Since we're talking chicken, I'm going to do my story real quick.
Yes.
So my sister she had just graduated high school. I was a couple of years younger than her, and I decided to make a chicken patty I put some oil in a pan, put the chicken patty in there. Some of the oil dripped over onto the stove. It was a gas stove. Poof, poof.
Right.
Yep.
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, and my dad has some friends over, and they're helping move picnic tables from the front yard to the backyard, and I'm screaming, and I got the baking soda out, so I did the right thing.
You did not flour.
Yes, I was just not putting enough of it on, so it wasn't displacing it enough. So I decide to carry the pan out of the house, which is not far from the door, and I'm still screaming at the top of my lungs. Well, my dad said that he turned the way that the door was and everything that it reflected, it looked like the whole wall was on fire. So him and the 3 friends that were helping him move tables come running into the garage. Ironically, the 3 people helping my dad were a fireman, a rescue squad guy, and the cop.
Yeah.
Those are good people to have around during an emergency.
So you have the fireman, which is my other Ted. He's passed away now, but my other Ted, he's putting the fire out. Rich is checking my hand because I did get some oil on it to make sure I didn't burn it. And the cop was sitting there like this.
Well, that's tough job.
Right. So I'm like, if you're going to attempt to set the house on fire, that's the best people to have there.
There's a non-criminal emergency. Find a spot and just look menacing. The heroes are working now. I'm sorry, I've spent a lot of time around firefighters, a good amount of time around cops, but I've had more fun around the firefighters. Okay, that's not entirely true. The cops have the best toys. It's still pretty dicey.
I'm still real hard on that whole thing.
And now I want, I could go for, a nice, like homemade McChicken sandwich. But Zach is trying to track down Thesis' in your dreams or just while asleep.
Eating the tacos.
Saying, while asleep, some of the best things happen when you're asleep. If I stayed here long enough, if I'm going to sound like a British Canadian. Oh no!
Oh hell, we need to hear that one.
Oh, and Kitty says, well, they start off soft tacos, but after eating it, they get a little harder.
I'm so glad I took that swallow when I did.
Really?
We just need like a little card on the side that just says "not the green room."
You know what? I bet I could make a little corner overlay for us to just, it could happen. Anyway,
I'm talking about water. I don't know what you guys were talking about.
And Dan Hallfield says, I just watched 2 videos about a fellow with an Alabama accent bought an abandoned helicopter from Venezuela and is now having it fully repaired so his wife can fly it. It has a Rolls-Royce engine. Yes.
Did anybody else's head just go spinning around the globe right then and there?
Oh, yes.
I did. There we go.
I love
Thank you.
There we go. We handled it. Don't make me tap the sign.
There it is. Oh. You gotta tap something else.
Oh, I always tap that.
Case in point. We just wanted to type just testing it to see if that worked.
See, my problem is when the world spins, I either hear one of the theme songs about Carmen Sandiego, PBS Kid, no cable, PBS Kid, live that life, I was this close to getting to a rockapella concert, but I couldn't go. My parents were worried I was going to get in trouble. I'm like, it's a rockapella concert. Like, what are they going to do? Give underhanded maps? But I'm sorry, I'm laughing. But Thesis says to swallow the taco, and I don't know. There you go, Carl. Have fun with that.
I feel like that's gonna get a screenshot.
And then the good doctor says the fire extinguisher right behind me, but I couldn't find it in time. Ran in the house and got a box of baking soda. The lonely defired pan sat in the middle of garage, breathless. So remember, if you're having a grease fire, deflour it. No flour. You want to use baking soda.
But Dad, to remind you, that's when Mom used to get the big things of baking soda and put them in the big, the sour cream, the restaurant size sour cream containers. That's what it was in. That's what she put the baking soda in, which was sitting on the counter, which is supposed to be in the cabinet, but I had already grabbed it and put it on the counter when I was using it. And he didn't know I had gotten it out, so he couldn't find it.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody said. Oh God. We're not sure how my brother started the garbage can on fire.
You didn't start the fire.
That's a great start to a story.
But there's this tradition of Nick solving very dangerous situations with out the way, move it, get move. Why aren't you move? So apparently my brother was cutting the match heads off of a match or something to use the stick. As a little guy.
Yeah.
Anybody who's seen Big Stompy Robots would understand why he might be inclined to do something like that. And somewhere in the process, he lit it up, which lit up the pile of them inside the garbage can, which lit up everything else.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
And I happened by, see large bucket of fire, and do what I think is clever. Well, I need to get this out. Do I dump it where I can put take it in the bathroom and put water in? Nope. Right out the house. Out the way. Open the door. Plume of smoke. No warning. No. Open the door. Yeet it into the front yard.
What did you do? Woods.
I came out of the bathroom, smelled something, and there was fire.
You lived in the woods.
Well, they lived on a cement floor.
Oh, okay. So we have, let's see, we have Breathless, and Kitty says, "Okay, I'll behave." Looks around all innocently.
Oh, sorry.
Uh-huh.
You're going to need the Faraday cage that Joe is threatening to put me in more than I am to deflect that lightning bolt, dear. Live action? Yes. The answer is yes. Both the classic Rockapella version and the way too good cartoon for what it was. Dear Lord, why did they make Carmen Sandiego that incredibly hot?
There's a game that you could play on that computer behind you, Nick. It's made for Windows 98. It's Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Or Where in Time is... Wait, yes. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego?
We had Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego, the board game. Like I said, my upbringing was very educational and balanced, and then I had a life and things went boink. Carmen Sandiego, the musical? Well, okay. For those of you who don't know, there was a band who go by the name of Rockapella, and they were a most of the time a cappella group who did the theme music and incidental music for the, I want to say, it's somewhere in the late 80s, early 90s PBS program, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Or Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? Anyway. And they had the theme song it's Where in the World, because I know it by the theme song. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Oh, tell me. And for a generation of geekly upbrought people, this is like a core unlock jam. And the only reason they had to take it down is because the geographic facts expire, and it was actually in the contract that any episode that had a geographic fact that was no longer accurate would be taken down. Because somebody
was actually being responsible?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they were keeping up to date.
Damn.
But so you had that. Now
I just read.
I saw, but there was also a cartoon that started with a live action of a kid sitting in front of the video game talking to Carmen, where they were doing, where on earth, is Carmen Sandiego, and she was animated if somebody decided to take the Baroness from G.I. Joe and just make her hot. Process what I just said there. You know, you have to understand I am Team Velma all the way. But, you know, that means certain things. And yes, they decided to just make her improbably hot and awesome. And it was just excellent programming. It really was. And let's see, we did Carmen Sandiego the musical. Is this a Fire Night or
go back up? You missed something. You missed a couple.
Oh, okay, I did. I'm sorry. We auto scroll.
Got to keep going back up. 2 more comments up.
No, I got it.
There we go.
You mean the 5-gallon tub of sour cream that no one ever?
Hush your mouth! Everybody needs the 5-gallon tub.
Is that 5 gallons Canadian or American, Zach?
What was the other one? Do you remember we were looking at measurements and there was another gallon measurement?
Yes. Shoot.
Was it Puerto Rican?
Was it Puerto Rican? Well, it might have been. Well, it depends. If Johnny showed up, it could be Portuguese gallons. By the language, not the location. That'd be
Also,
Brazilian gallons?
Zach said he's in the UK, so are they UK gallons now?
No, they're called Euro gallons.
Euro gallons.
And I don't know if that's the term, but I made it up and I accept it.
I like that.
And yes, a 5-gallon tub of sour cream is necessary, especially if you're making certain desserts. Ha, Mom. Anyway, my wife makes certain desserts. One of them calls for sour cream in it.
They're sour cream cakes. They're usually very creamy.
No,
very moist.
The sour cream. That's not Russian cream. What is that, babe?
I'm Amanda.
The tea cakes.
Oh, she can't hear me.
I was going to say my coffee cakes call for sour cream.
Yeah.
I can't remember what dessert was the one that I get sour cream for.
Was it the Swedish tea ring?
5-cup salad.
Ah.
Because it pulls the sugar off the coconut powder. Anyway, all I know is Thanksgiving, that is a Thanksgiving staple. That means it would go on the list, and I would go to the store, and it got to the point where I'd go to the store with my motorcycle fighting armor under my coat. Because toward the end, on Thanksgiving Day, I'd be the only husband out there, and every lady in Northwest Indiana who was shopping while their bum of a husband sat and watched football had a beef with the male species. So I would get carts just rammed into me frequently. They didn't believe me. They thought I was joking. But every year this would happen. But I have this list of things that I need to do this recipe. And once I have the list, it locks into this hand. It does not move. My left hand has no purpose other than to hold the list. It will not be lost. It will not.
Maybe slightly tattered.
Well, yeah, it starts to like wear out where I'm holding it because I'm grinding the paper to powder. But, trained husband. To the point where I was doing the shopping and another husband who had lost his list was following me around to figure whatever I got, he would need.
Oh, that poor soul.
He stopped and he said, "I'm so sorry, but what's that for?" I had to explain one of the dishes that, you do this, and I can't remember which one it is offhand. It was icebox pudding, yes. The how to make it with the sweetened condensed milk.
That's good.
I was telling Mom about this, and my mother, whom I love you, Mom, if you ever come on the show, I'm sorry.
Let's do that once in a while.
She is actually a very polite and decent woman. And anything I do is not speaking on her.
It's not my fault. I'm just going with that.
Perhaps Dad, but not. No. Anyway, all jokes aside, talking, and I'm like, yeah, I had to get this in the sour cream. And she goes to Amanda and goes, oh, it's so cute. He said he was shopping for the dessert stuff, and he got sour cream, and he met whipped cream. And it's so cute. And Mandy's like, no. He was right. Oh, you don't use... Yes, I do. You've eaten it. Oh. It's like... So, yes. And let's see. That is so Midwestern. Everything in our fridge was an old butter container. My youth, you would open the fridge and it would be a wall of country crock.
Yeah, it was country crock.
It's not butter yet.
Good luck finding the butter unless you knew, like, you started to be able to, like, psionically read by, like, I don't know, daredevil vibrations, what's in it when you pick it up, trying to find something. Nope, that's a snoop. Oh, that's rice. That's... Oh! There's some... I didn't know there was some of that left. I'm going to put that over here. There's the butter, you know?
And then you open one up and go, I don't know what that is, but that's furry as heck.
Well, yeah. And see, because it's dark, you don't see the tomato stain from when you put spaghetti sauce in it. That's why you want to use the country crock.
The problem was sometimes you grabbed what you thought were leftovers and you took butter to school.
Hey, it's when you go to grab the chili pot going, I bet you there's chili in here, and it's 11 o'clock at night and you just finished getting done with work and you go to get the bowl out, you get the pot out of the chili pot and you open the chili pot up and look in it and go, oh, and you see the cow tongue going around the pot and you go, no, and you put the lid on. Put the bowl's still sitting on the counter, and you just walk your happy butt back to bed.
Is that a Minnesota shark? You know, the cow tongue going around the pot.
Yeah. But after this morning, my mom goes, "Why is there a bowl on the counter?" I said, "Because there's a cow tongue in the fridge."
Because I was lied to.
Zach, I understand that in the field of rocketry and the observation thereof, you are rather brilliant. So please take this with the love it is intended. Oh, my sweet summer child. Right. That says no one in history has finished one of those tubs and been like, oh no, I'm out of sour cream.
Everybody does.
To be honest, my mom worked at a restaurant, so she would get them from the restaurant, but still.
And Dr. Dulas says, is this a fire night or what not to do or PSA night? Yes. And what that reminds me of, what it is also is this is brought to you by... I can only hear part of what Mandy has been saying during that break, but part of it was she has a new phrase to the tuned cadence of Shiny and Chrome, which is gather and turn, because she is making dice bags right now. And we have a piece of fabric that was bought especially for color, but we did not consider the nature of the fabric, and by we, I mean me, I screwed up. But it's so good for the intended use that I cannot speak of, that my lovely wife is heroically enduring dealing with a type of fabric that isn't behaving whilst sewing.
Ooh. Is she calling it names of the cursing variety?
Not quite, because okay. Xander's right there. But
He's internalizing them.
Yes. And so Gather and Turn came out in the tone of Shiny and Chrome.
Highly approve.
So Trelana approves of that. Kind of hope she would. Okay.
I know that pain.
We're here.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, folks, says Joe Bachman. Sorry for the quick exit earlier. Hope you all are having a great night. Joe, you are fine, and we completely understand about, you are home from work or a subject. We all do just about the same things when we come straight home, and none of it's very sociable. So we're glad. Feel free to drop in and, harass us on your channel.
We are on his channel.
They
He could at least
go
come
to
in and
eat
give his
after,
lovely bride a kiss on the cheek.
They usually go to eat after council meetings.
Yeah,
the post-council talk.
When the real work actually gets done. I know how it is. They put on their robes, they lean around the circle and do this. Drunken didgeridoos. It's a thing.
Ding!
Then Hollifield says, we once had a window fan catch fire. Wow. Lynn and I were just waking up. I jumped up, ran to the kitchen, grabbed a fire extinguisher, and put the fire out. Fire department asked me to join them, but pets were required. For the second time, horrific pictures that should never be drawn have gone through my mind.
My dad had a tower heater catch on fire about a year ago. And so we now joke that he is the only man that had his life saved by a house fire. He woke up to it on fire, and he's got COPD, so he was like, I could try to put this out, or I could get out of the house. So he got out of the house, didn't take anything with him, and some truckers had called it in because he lives right off of the highway. And so they took him to the ER, treating him for smoke inhalation, and they're like, hey, you having problems breathing and stuff? And he's like, well, I got COPD, and I was just in a fire, so yeah. So they kept him for a little bit, and they're like, we're gonna run some tests. Your heart's doing some funky things. He was 95% blocked on one side and 85 to 90 on the other side. And they said without that fire, he would not have found out until he had the heart attack. So his house burned, but his life was saved.
I'm sorry,
that sounds like the boss.
To say why I was giggling so bad. That gives new meaning to the phrase "old Dan's walking stick."
Pass the sign, yeah. They're your brands. Oh.
That's what I thought of when I started giggling so much.
You were giggling so much.
Your dad's situation, but that's the thought that went through my brain.
Oh Lord.
And apparently, according to Carl Witzman, it's off the rails, Joe. But that's cool.
It's kind of normal.
Tucker Dulas says, I never found Carmen. Was she ever found? Asking for a friend. I want to make this crystal clear, y'all. I ain't no snitch. No.
Now he's got to remember which one to press to get it back to the right screen.
I made it work. Professional.
Got it.
See, Donna says, Joe, it's Don, Trey, and Nick. What do you expect?
Where we're going, we don't need rails.
All I can think, oh no, there's plenty of rail. Anyway, there's a noise. What do you expect? Noise complaints and difficulty walking.
Stomach pain, chest pain for muscles.
Gasping for breath.
Euphoria. Anyway. Dehydration.
That's why I have water and I keep swallowing.
Hey,
Because you are a good girl. Moving
I was
on.
going to say because Dawn's a lady.
Lady! My 5th grade teacher, there's a transition.
Right?
Thesis says, my 5th grade teacher gave us an assignment to watch the live action hosted by Lynn Thigpen. I'd already been watching it. Okay, I know who you mean. Thesis?
I loved her.
Friend?
We love you.
We love you.
Agree.
You have the right to be wrong in America. Absolutely. And don't trust. Zach says, don't trust anything over here. They weigh themselves via stones. Who the heck chose which stone is the standard? Well, okay, here's the deal. I got this one. See, you're in the UK, which means you're not, you're near enough that the Scottish Highlands are around, so you have the Highland Games. And what happened is one of the guys, you know how like you go to the beach and you pick up a skipping rock and you go, this is the best skipping rock. Well, one of those burly Scotsmen picked up a stone. They're like, oi, this is the perfect stone. You mean to throw? Yeah, but it's too good. Let's use it to measure things. This is a stone. And we'll measure you in stones. And the fact that he's a big burly guy with a boulder in his hand, no one argued. That was completely
nobody had the stones to go up against his stone. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. They don't have the stones to face the stone. Oh. He's got a direct descendant, still fairly popular and well known in America. Steve Austin. Anyway, what, you thought I was going to go Sean Connery?
I thought you were going to go for The Rock.
No. The Rock, the boulder is conflicted on this.
The boulder is no longer conflicted.
I do want to inform some folks tragically that as entities, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Daniel Craig, George Lazenby, a few others don't actually exist. And the reason is this. Because of the existence of the Master and the Doctor in Doctor Who canon, that leaves the obvious necessity for the Bachelor. Now, if one looks up a British immortal who has the same name but regularly changes faces, is hyper-fixated with England, and always has attractive companions, the whole world starts to make sense. That's right. I would like to break the news to the viewers that James Bond is actually a Time Lord. Moving on.
I'll accept that.
My headcanons get real interesting. Especially since the, what's his name, Jimmy Wahlberg effect. Okay, it was asked, what is the most convoluted multiverse? Because somebody was talking about comics. They said the Jimmy Wahlberg effect. There used to be this show, okay, guys, in the 80s. It was a rather powerfully known soap opera called Saint Elsewhere.
Yes, I remember how that ended.
And yes, it ended with, instead of it being anything you expect, they zoomed out of the image of the hospital, revealed it was in a snow globe, being held by a boy who was staring at it. And the prominent doctor at the time, who was clearly not a doctor, said, "Pops, I just don't get this autism stuff. I talk to him and I don't know if he hears me. He just stares at that toy all day. What stories is he making up in his mind?" The problem with that is that makes the Saint Elsewhere universe a fiction made up in a small boy's mind. But there are so many crossovers that stem from the St. Elsewhere universe. For example, they went to a local bar in Boston called Cheers.
Ah.
So now Cheers is part of the multiverse dreamed up by Jimmy Wahlberg. Well, that means Frasier is part of the multiverse. And they had a crossover with Homicide, which was a cop show at the time that got canceled. But one of the characters, Mr. Detective Munch, got moved over to Law and Order SVU.
Oh, don't even get me started on that crossovers on that thing.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. It all fans out. If you track it, the last count was 419 separate multiverses are all intersected. And you wonder why the kid can't keep track of the canon.
Well, you got to look at too with that. You got Law and Order is related to the Chicago shows.
Yes.
Chicago, PD and all that. Then you got the one that was in Law and Order, the original, and now she's in Chicago Fire or Chicago Med.
Yeah.
I can't think of what her name is.
I know who you mean.
And it's like there's just so many weird crossovers, and then don't even go into. I get it's different characters, but Oz.
Uh-huh.
And then you got NCIS. That's a whole nother, between JAG and NCIS, all the NCISs, and then that goes into crossovers with Hawaii 5-0 too. The new one.
Now see.
Anyways, we got way off topic.
See, it keeps going because they trace the crossovers to Arrow, which was one of the first 3 seasons I loved, which means the whole DC multiverse. And one of the characters from one of the shows showed up on the Collector's ship in the Marvel universe. So all the Marvel universes are actually all part of this kid's daydreams.
Wait, wasn't Mark Harmon in St. Elsewhere?
Yes, I believe he was.
But he wasn't the same character, so it's not really a crossover there. But still.
Yeah. Now, I do have a theory that this is a narrow multiverse kind of canon theory. Magnum PI, the original Magnum PI, and NCIS are done by Donald Belisario. Okay? And having watched most of these shows because my dad was in the Navy, so shock. A Vietnam veteran in the Navy, Magnum PI, and NCIS were kind of things. He's been telling the same story about the same guy at different points in his life. Thomas Magnum and Anthony DiNozzo are essentially the same character. Just if he didn't go to Vietnam. What if he went in the Marines? You get Leroy Jethro Gibbs. It's the same character over and over again. And I love all of it. So while that percolates...
do you see smoke coming out of my ear? We were talking about fires earlier. We didn't know when it was going to start in my head.
It's a brain fire. I'm going to fire up those synapses. Zach says, tell me about the sour cream.
It is delicious.
It is delicious. And you have to remember, even if you don't like sour cream in its sour cream state, I don't want to snort garlic, usually. Occasionally, Mandy makes me some garlic toast that's the equivalent. But
but as you can see, there's no sour cream on my taco.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. You can't pitch a straight ball like that at me and not have me take a swing. But sour cream is a great ingredient for adding richness and flavor and adjusting the mouthfeel of baked goods. It does some really neat chemical things.
Oh, that's what you call them, baked goods? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it's always shocking when I downshift back into being absolutely sincere. It throws everybody off.
I don't think you're being sincere. I think you're talking about something. Anyway, so what do we got? What's the next?
Anyway, he's saying lol. And the woke breaker says, hey, folks, stopping in to say hi. Now off to listen to the rock.
That was only a half hour ago. Hi, woke. Bye, woke.
Is it, igneous? I mean, is it sedimentary? What kind of rock are you listening to? And I know I butchered both those words, but I find it funnier to malaprop than correct it, so I'm going off. And Zach says, are you complying about being rammed over and over and over? Alrighty. There's so much to unpack in this. If he says, are you complying? That depends on the situation, and that's discussed beforehand. If you're saying complaining and it got in-errored, well, I have to deal with the American health system. So, yes, I am quite accustomed to being rammed over and over again. And it is tax season, which, oh my gosh, yes. I'll have to shout some stuff in a moment, but not here. And Richie says, my grandma used to make the most kick-butt sour cream and chocolate cupcakes. Yes.
Yes.
I read that first as my gamma, and I was expecting Rich to finally Hulk out. Anyway, and we're saying hi, Rich. Hi, Rich.
Hi, Richie.
Hello.
And Carl says, I would have eaten butter for school lunch.
If it's real butter. Butter is better than Country Crock. 100% real butter. Oh.
I have a little piece left over from St. Patrick's Day of, not St. Patrick's Day. We did it later than St. Patrick's Day. Maddie made corned beef. And she's like, I'm making this and I'm making some mac and cheese. So I got you some Kerrygold butter.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a creamery back home. And my dad, he used to work across the street from it years and years and years and years, decades ago. And they still make small batch butter in this old creamery. And every Christmas they do a drawing. And every year I try to win 32 pounds of this butter. What I would do with 32 pounds, I have no freaking clue. But I want 32 pounds of this butter.
You would get on, what you would do is if you don't have a Kenmore grade mixer or better, you'd acquire one. Polish up the new apron and proceed to bake and keep yourself warm for all the winter and everyone nicely diabetic and obese because God bless America.
It's a small town called Hope, so it's the Hope Creamery butter.
I've actually heard of them. No, I'm serious. I've heard of them somewhere. That's weird.
Probably me sharing my trying to win it.
Possibly. Or it may have been one of those, like, I watch a lot of the documentaries where the guy travels around and finds, like, there's good food here. So if you don't know about the Mars Cheese Factory and things like that, good. But we are talking about dairy and dairy-related goods here on the Burning is Yarn. And it's been another while since we've ran a commercial, because that's what happens when I talk too dang much. So we will run, let's run Dan Hollifield's, and we'll be back in a minute 34.
Hi there, my name's Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Aphelion website. Aphelion has been online since 1997. Since then, we've brought you the very best amateur science fiction and fantasy writing, and given the world at least 100 brand new professional writers from those who have walked through our doorways. So if you enjoy reading, look for Aphelion. That's www.aphelion, APHELION webzine.com. A quick Google of Aphelion-webzine will give you everything you want to know, plus 20 years worth of our backlog of files, our archive of stories stretching back until February of 1997. Think of Aphelion as a permanent floating writer's workshop dedicated to helping new writers become proficient enough to become professional writers and best-selling writers. We have over 100 success stories to our name, And if you're an amateur writer, you may be our next triumph. And if you just like to read stories, we've got plenty of them for you. Just come on by and visit. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
And it was brought to my attention that what was forgotten was the fact we've had no music going this entire time.
Oh,
we have prattled so effectively. So I'm literally going to do my famous scroll and randomly select something vaguely musical. And we're going with Love is the Only Key, Take 2. I'm not sure which one it's off of. Joe told me how it was all organized. However, I am not aware. And the circle is going round and round because the Nick field is powerful tonight.
However, they are from Dan Holifield.
And I'm going to turn that down just a tad.
I have to.
What?
And then
I'm sorry, I
back
have to turn the music down. I can't hear you.
It's too loud. You're too old. Oh.
Let's see. And Dr. Dulas, about half an hour ago, wanted to know, what's wrong with tongue, Dawn? All muscle meat. The levels.
Dad. I'm going to say that. You are my father. Shush. Not around me, people. No.
Oh, something
Don't
tells
make
me
me
the green
time.
room. Carl, because I won't be able to likely make the green room, Carl and Donna, please be sure to bring up with our beloved Dawn the value of good tongue meat and go into a thorough discussion on that one, because it's just smooth. See? Zach agrees. I love when I've lost track of what they're referring to because the comments have derailed way too far.
They're probably saying the same about us.
Well, that's the job. And Rich says, only the unprepared do. Those who are prepared, when you get to the bottom, go, oh, no, I have to get up and get the other container of sour cream.
Yep.
Yes. It's a dollar for Daisy.
Have you heard the ADHD song?
No.
Go to the store, buy a bottle of hoisin sauce. Get home. There's already a bottle of hoisin sauce. Go to the store, buy a bottle of hoisin sauce. Get home. There's other bottles of hoisin sauce. And he just keeps pulling hoisin sauce out. People keep sweating it, and they're doing the same thing with other things that they keep thinking that they're out of, but so they keep rebuying. And I'm like, you know what?
I want to hear the Worcestershire sauce.
Right? But I'm like, you didn't have to come for me that hard. Like, my knees, they hurt. Don't make me tap it.
I didn't even start yet.
Oh no, I saw the look Dawn gave.
It was the Viv look. And yes, Dad,
no, it
everybody
was
knows
not
the
the
Viv
Viv
look,
look.
and I'm sure at one point Tammy will come out tonight.
It was not the Viv look. It was the light up and there's a comment to be made there look.
I'm sorry, but I'm very glad that I remembered who was in the chat, because following the phrase, my knees hurt, you keep coming for them. And the next thing was, yes, Dad, and it just kind of crossed the wires a little bit there.
It hurts. No, don't do that.
And Donna says tongue is good eating. And Rich says, I'm afraid to taste anything that may taste me back.
Here we go. Thank you, Rich.
And he says, shiny and chrome, that's SOP. That's SOP Mad Max. Who controls the British crown? Who keeps the metric system down? We do. Oh. And wow, Dawn is off the rails tonight. That's
I gotta
right.
make up for Monday night's absence.
It's Wednesday. It's a smackdown here on the Burningist Yard. Dawn is coming off of the top ropes, folks.
gonna use my elbow, my bionic elbow.
The Taco's elbow, the most electrifying move in sports
That's exactly
entertainment.
what I was gonna say.
She misses because you can't see me.
Oh, gee. That was good. That was good.
Donna says, "Oh yeah, I like Heart too." Hey, I'm all about chick rock.
That's the second thing I
That's
heard
the
about
second heart reference today.
You made the first one. Somebody made a heart reference during NTF today.
That would require me to remember what was said on my show, and I will tell you, everything is a direct stream of consciousness. The only recording of anything that happens is digital. I have no memory whatsoever.
Okay.
I am just a living channel to the Great Plain of BS, which I just spread like a South Dakota manure spreader. Anyway, Dad says, "Hey, I was younger then. Still pretty, I'll have you know."
Oh, that's when he was walking around with the no pants on.
Well, that's probably why the fire department wanted to hire him. They figured he could just pole vault his way up to the higher floors. Anyway, Don's dad, says Dr. Dulas, is here to make sure the rails are not together. Wow.
See, I told you guys, and that's proof. That is proof right there that it is not my fault.
Kitty says, if she's not gasping, you're not done.
Well, we did make Trey take her glasses off.
That message was brought to you by Axe Body Spray. Anyway,
Oh, good lord.
Kitty says, I like stone measurements better. I only weigh 9 stone. That sounds so much better than 127 pounds.
Are your
I
hands feeling it?
graduated high school
Yeah.
at 127 pounds.
Trey, did you have gloves on today?
I did earlier today, but if I wear them for too long, everything like condenses, and then I have to stretch them out.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be hard. Sometimes you don't have the blood flow thanks to the glove. I understand.
But no glove, no love.
Oh, God. Y'all, you're walking me right up to the line. And this is a link to Saturday's stream from Thesis, hashtag always promoting.
There we go.
If you needed things moved.
It's good. I figured it out. I didn't
and
even
there-
turn off the thing.
I know. That's why I froze in abject horror. That was not a lag. That was me going, oh,
And we decided,
what
I
you-
decided
not
that we
yet.
needed to put you on the bottom, Nick, and me and Trey were on top.
I'm not complaining.
I think you would.
I am very versatilely minded. There's something that's not even the green room. That's a whole other level of conversation right there. Oh, and as soon as I say that, we get reinforcements. Okay, so
Hey, Rich.
and Dan says, why do you think the Collector is a character in some of my stories?
Nice.
Who is 008? The son of 007? 008 is an android from a 80s anime that does not get nearly enough love.
But 009 was.
Nope.
I was like, Richie just changed
No.
the station.
No.
And, yeah.
I was making a joke, but 007 isn't real either, buddy. He's just a character. Okay?
Highlander.
We'll talk about it.
Oh,
We have interesting real and fiction conversations. What you talking about, Willis? Don't give me a Gary Oldman line like that, sir. Wow. Not Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman was Dracula. Gary, and now I'm switching them into my mind, and I'm just seeing the little short black guy in all of Gary Oldman's roles. It's amazing. I can't remember his name, but I'm having such delight with this inverted cameo. Coleman! Gary Coleman, thank you. But now I have Gary Coleman in all of Gary Oldman's roles, and it is delightful. Imagine him in Fifth Element. The gun is bigger than he is. Anyway. Oh. And Dan Hallfield says he was one of the doctor's physics teachers at the Time Lord Academy. Adding meanness?
I want to know,
yes, we
Dan, answer if we have been amuckness enough for you tonight.
And nails of gun can type again. You know, having your nails done when you really can't move because you don't want to mess them up is an odd form of peril, but it can work. Anyway, hi guys. Hi, babe. And everyone's saying hello, Amanda. Don't let her fool you. She wasn't doing her nails. She was tied up. Listen, you can multitask, okay?
You can tie her up after she does her nails, and if you do it, you don't have to worry about it. You just don't.
No, you can tie her up and then do her nails. It's fine.
Earlier, Rich, we needed you to have that sign. Why do I feel like I need to have something that says not the green room?
Yeah, I had to take over the not the green room pointing, Rich.
And Foxy says, "Hey, Amanda." And Richie I was stabbed in the back several times today.
Oh.
What were you doing with the SCA?
I was supposed to have decided I needed it.
It was from a doctor.
All about the bass, Anyway. We have to mirror your camera somehow. Okay.
Hey! Hi, Dad!
And Donna says, "Hey, Amanda." Hey, Rich. Gary Gold is the best. It is way up there.
There.
We don't keep shame.
No, but we
I
do
made
the
one
question.
too now.
Not the green room.
With green marker and green paper.
Right? Sweet drizzle.
Oh, you
We're missing our sweet drizzle tonight.
It is the green room. It's just very small. Anyway,
It's the green hood.
And as we all know,
$20 is $20.
Right?
see, we need to get. You need to go into your settings and mirror it.
everything looking good.
Take it
Okay.
backwards.
Yeah. I need
There
to
we
fix that.
go.
There we go.
And Amanda says, "Zach, the infamous source of the source AM salad recipe, or 5-cup salad, 1 cup sour cream." Hold on. I have to do this right. Give me a second. Now, where? Oh, there it is. 1 second. Now, people are worried that Amanda's going to give away the family's salad cup recipe, and understand that we'd never do that. 1 cup sour cream, 1 cup shredded coconut, 1 cup marshmallows, 1 cup grained pineapple in little bits, 1 cup mandarin oranges. Anyway,
That's a bladder flare in a salad. Okay, cool.
and you can add maraschino cherries if you are bad at math.
Let me guess. There's been maraschino cherries added quite often.
Now, I'm a big fan of the pistachio fluff because it has nuts.
I knew it was coming.
Kerry Gold is good, yes. Hi, Amanda. And Dan Hallfield says it's now 27 years, 500 pro writers, and issue 300 will go live this November.
For Epelion.
Heck yes!
That's
Congratulations,
awesome.
Dan.
See, what I have to do is I have to wait to submit, so I can time my submission for Aptilian XXX. No, I have to find the right sci-fi displaced story and let him do it. And,
Congratulations, Thesis.
Yes.
yeah, I didn't expect you to make Centerfold, but good on you, sir.
Our Thesis is the centerfold. Oh, wait.
Arthur. So, my memories have just been so. Thesis is the centerfold. Anyway, I'll finish my story up probably tomorrow. I understand you couldn't type with, in that condition. And yes, see, the problem is with the way my mind works, I'm fully capable of, oh, you're tied up. Hold on. I need to fix those French tips here. Okay, now we'll get back to, making you hyperventilate. Now, an hour in and the music just starts. Yes, because we ran Dan's ad and realized, wait a second, music. Carl makes notes about tongue meat.
Okay, wait. Carl, that gives the Viv look. And I got to make sure. I'm going to ask Dad. Is this the Viv look or not?
Hold on. Wait. There we go. I would suspect it requires that slight head tilt of doom. I dropped something I will have to find later.
John, that was definitely screenshot because, especially with the comment that's up on the screen.
Makes note about every once in a while, I try to give Carl a gift to see if anyone notices. So Don doesn't like being slipped the tongue in the middle of the night with Rich.
Rich, you just when I'm expecting chili, I'm not. When I want chili, I'm getting tongue. That does not. No.
I just wanted to put him in reach.
I forgot I'm actually in the show now. I can actually say stuff. Yeah, but being slipped the tongue at the right time can give you chill beans.
Fair point.
Judges? Womp, womp, womp. Oh, I'm sorry. That joke didn't get the prices right, but we're still sending you home with this lovely Kerrygold dinner set. Yes, it's completely made of butter.
I'm in.
I'm playing the dad joke version. That was solid gold.
Darcel! That's my
I'm
dad's
walking
ex-girlfriend.
I'm just gonna walk home after these.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Kitty says being tongued in the middle of the night is fun. So much for behaving. Kind of figured. But I'm a good kitty, Slurp. Okay, I just got done finishing that time I reincarnated as a slime. That's not my fault.
Where did Slurp come from?
I was like,
That's where it came from.
Okay.
yeah.
Because there's a quote, but I'm a good slime, Slurp. And he keeps saying that as a reference to anyone who came from his world because it was in a video game. Anyway, I have to be careful not to green room myself tonight, but know this, I am thinking it. If you weren't, I'm not doing my job. You see, I have to be so bad, so derailing, so monstrous at being on this show, that Joseph lives in fear of ever having me cover for him again. This keeps me out of work.
Speaking of covering for him, do we know if there is going to be a gradient version Friday morning of Nevermind the Furthermore?
There is a possibility because if they can make it for setup for us, which runs now from 11 to 5, there will be plenty of time for them because they shouldn't have to travel nearly as far as we do. Have you checked where it is on the site? It is monstrously simple to get to.
Okay.
If anyone wants to come to Region Con, I was looking at the map today. You literally go if you start at the corner of 41 and 30, and you go 2 intersections down, you're going to turn on 330 North, and you're going to go like a mile, if that, and it's attached to the Sherwood Golf course. I hope they have signs, but I can't beef anybody about signs since I put up several sets of them, and the good wind of central Indiana scattered them. I'm sure they're coming down in Indianapolis now. Carl says, I've just given up trying to do a crossword puzzle while watching the show. I am so sorry that we are marginally more entertaining than a crossword puzzle.
I am not sorry. I am pleased with myself. I will say that.
Right?
I mean, you know what? When we need to put the reviews out for the Burning This Yarn, you can always say, Carl Witzman says it's kind of more entertaining than a crossword.
It makes crosswords impossible.
Dr. Dulas is laughing, and he will always be doctor. I like that. And 127 pounds, get off my lawn. And into my car? No, I was exactly 127 pounds when I graduated high school. At a mighty 5'5". I got a 2-inch growth spurt in college to my height, and then it stopped. Oh no. I was still longer than I was tall, Richard. Don't even worry about that.
Are we talking about the walking stick again?
Not the green room. Ooh, we got a chat panel now. Yes, you see, I should be doing things, but no, because I'm having fun. And there is no fun like procrastination fun.
Especially when you're with us.
Oh yes. And Kitty says, "Hey, I'm a dancer. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that, Kit Kat."
No, I went to a chorus line with that. I am a dancer. Okay, you guys have never seen a chorus line. Never mind.
Yes, I've seen a chorus line.
At least I didn't go into Dance 10 Looks 3.
Thank you.
I was like 10 when I saw the chorus line.
I have to admit, one time my parents came to visit. Mom and I went to see they were playing it at the local theater here, and it was so much fun. So, yeah. Anyways.
The theater. I love that. Okay, that was adorable. No, I've seen several chorus lines in my time. I think my favorite was Yes, I Can. But, moving on. Foxy says, I'd rather not break you. And yes, Gary Pullman. Now, okay, Gary Pullman with the double bun thing in Dracula? Yes, it just gets better.
I'm just imagining him in Harry Potter, too.
Oh, yes.
Picture this, though. Gary Oldman looking at Todd Bridges saying, what are you talking about, Willis?
Yes, that's the other side of it. It is delightful on all sides. Joe
and
says,
what was the one where he played an angel? Actually, no, there were a couple where he played the angel. I want to say they were almost Disney-esque.
Yeah. But
Disney
now
esque.
I'm envisioning Gary Coleman. You said angel, so my first thought was Castiel. Gary Coleman dressed as Castiel going, what you talking about, Winchesters?
That's okay. I went to Touched by an Angel.
Kid with the broken halo.
Oh, no.
No, I went to Touched by an Angel and swapped them out with the Irish woman.
No, because DeLuise would take no coop off of Gary Coleman. You understand that, right? That whole relationship would be entirely different. She'd be like, look, the last man who sassed me shot off my pinky toe. I ain't taking stuff from you. And if you give that bonus points.
Gary Oldman taking over the Michael Landon role in Highway to Heaven.
Yes! That's where I went too, because all I could see is the one where he's in the biker bar and he closes the door. It's Gary Coleman.
Well, man,
And now I
this is
went
a little
to-
about cherry pits, and I was going to, oh my God, he's choking on a cherry pit.
Nice.
So you said Michael Landon, and I went to Little House on the Prairie now.
Gary Coleman in Little House on the Prairie. You know what? No, I think we just need to have a whole program where we discuss shows Gary Coleman really should have starred in. The Dark Knight Returns or whatever. Gary Coleman. What's wrong?
Oh,
Joker.
oh, where is she?
Where is he? Instead of sounding like a Rottweiler, he sounds like a Chihuahua. Anyway,
All right, now Gary Oldman as a Muppet in Avenue Q.
yes, both of those. To both of those.
Yeah.
Oh, you are totally welcome about the after the Mount Willis statement. It's funny.
They might not have heard your laugh, but according to Nick, you could hear me squeam this morning twice.
That might have been
Wait.
Wait. This one here.
Eric,
Dan can never have enough of muckiness, so we must be doing a good job.
Excellent.
I saw the 1983 version of Invisible Man today, and the landlady said 2 sovereigns is 2 sovereigns. That movie would be so much funnier if they based it in Russia. So you are invisible. That changes nothing. I see your feet in snow. Whack. Some babushkas beating him with a telephone pole.
Why did I go back to Spies Like Us now?
Because you are a cultured woman.
Where did that come? That came up in something this week.
I don't know. I think that might be different. What's the
Well,
difference?
I don't know if Spies Like Us got mentioned, but East of Eden did. And it's not a big jump.
Exit to Eden did, not East of Eden.
See, I have aphasia and malaprops, but you start combining them, and this is why I laugh. Because I'll say something, hear it, and then I'm envisioning, Dan Aykroyd in East of Eden. This is where my mind is, folks. This is how I live each and every night.
I haven't had enough sleep.
You haven't had any sleep. Let's get this right.
And see, Carl Witzman is agreeing with a great many of us, saying, "You are fine, Doctor." That's right, he is. Donna also made a note about tongue meat. She's not painting her nails, so I can't do it while she's tied up. And to get confirmation, yes, the mom look. Confirmed.
Yeah, see, I got the Viv look down. I've been getting it for 45 freaking years. I better have it down.
That is one of those statements where the first part is so vital because I get I understand. I can do the Viv look. I've been getting it for 45 years. I should keep, have it down. Without that person, Andy just started coughing in the living room. I've been getting it for 45 years. I better have it down.
Well, the other thing is when you have that Christopher Walken pause in there. I've been getting it for 45 years. So I better have it down, The other day, I beat my wife home from the store.
Oh, the boss is here. We better
everybody
misbehave.
behave.
No, we better misbehave.
I was gonna say, why start behaving now?
Oh, in that case, no. I'm,
Da 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 da.
Okay, where are we at?
We are at Joe Dog. Okay, I am here. You can start the show now. All right, folks. Welcome to the
Okay,
Morning of
let's
Love.
go live.
Today we'll be having a somber discussion on how to make little stuffed animals with yarn. There will be no perversion or anything else. I don't know where these allegations come from. It has nothing to do with the program.
Liar.
And Dan Hallfield says, "I'm so not touching that like." And Foxy says, yeah, I don't paint anymore. I use nail stickers. Much easier. No smudging and lots of cute design. Those work. And you have line. I understand. And thank you for the link to Region Con. At least Cray, myself, Joe Bachman, my lovely wife, and Xander will be at Region Con in Cherville, Indiana, Saturday the 13th. It is super easy to get to. My goodness.
And
For
it's
anyone
free
who's
to
coming
walk
in. Yeah, walk in. It's free to come in if you just want to come and buy cool stuff. You can, you know, if you're going to Game of the Game Room area, it's going to be $10, I believe. But I'll be demoing BSR, so I don't charge because I'm awesome. You know,
It's awesome.
everything is awesome. Anyway, so please come out there to Region Con.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Is that like right down the street from an elementary school?
I think so.
Probably.
It's the Sherwood, yes, it is. The Sherwood golf course, or Sherwood. It is literally like a block or two from downtown Cherville, like on 330, where the fire department is and all that.
All right, that's like right around the corner from my best friend's house, actually. Okay.
Nice.
Well, go visit your best friend, come out, roll some dice, maybe play some cards, have a
Bring
good
your
time.
friend.
We had Joe and he ran away.
Okay, well, we can do this then instead.
Oh,
Hold on.
I'm still here.
it's nice to
Oh, no,
see
it's not! Then it's not Joe! It's not Joe! Run and kick her! They're reproducing! No, Dale, we just have fun making Dawn blush with double entendres. Double entendres, triple entendres, single entendres where we're just being blatantly horrible. It doesn't matter. If we can get a blush or a giggle, sometimes a squeak, we've done our job.
You guys go for the squeed, you know it.
Donna used to dance in a chorus line. Things I'm not allowed to know, so please don't tell me. And all chorus lines are not tits and butt chorus lines. Some are rainbows and Highway to Heaven. LOL.
This pen looks 3, and I'm still on unemployment. That ain't it, kid. That ain't it, kid. Okay. I have seen. I love a chorus line. Okay. Okay. Do you guys see the other screen here? I'm gonna put this up just because I'm in the mood to embarrass myself. You guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are you ready, Doctor?
Nice.
Aw.
That's adorable.
That was taken about a year
80s.
ago. No.
That wallpaper speaks of the 80s. And no, wait, I see something. I see Zach. Your image has been corrupted. It has been the Canadian flag.
Just
It
to
slipped
say
its
it,
way in. Say it, Carmen Sandiego.
So now that I've been disowned, no.
That's right, folks. Because she's been disowned, Don Dulas is looking for a new daddy. Anyhow, I warned you all about having to be a straight line like that.
Good job.
I need to quit listening to my own show when I'm driving.
Spies like us. I actually got my dad with the "It's a Dick Fur." Nice, classic. And now Deb Hallfield is thinking about Road Marks by Roger Zelazny. There the line "Last exit to Babylon" frequently occurs. Oh, I know. I need to read more Zelazny. I love Zelazny. And not much yarn stuff tonight, dear Trey dear. Give your things a break. Yes, other people will volunteer happily. Anyway, moving on.
Give him a break. Give him a break.
Break me off a piece of that kit kat. Anyway, Joe Doc McKeel says, no perversion I call deja vu.
Shit.
That's right, because we've heard this BS before.
Amen.
I just saw my cowbell. I was just moving something and I saw I had multiple cowbells. Where's my cowbell?
I was listening to Blue Oyster Cult today.
So you don't fear the Reaper? No,
I don't fear the Reaper.
You've also got Def Leppard and Rock of Ages.
Oh, yeah.
dang, I'm annoyed. I can't find my cowbell. I'll have to find it for later.
Just
Okay, something I never thought I would hear in my life. I am annoyed. I can't find my cowbell. I'll have to look for it later. Those 3 sentences I never thought I would hear in my life.
I mean, I have my gong. My
Just
gong.
Gong in order.
in the house.
Exit to Eden. I'm talking about gongs and exit to Eden. Have you? Never mind.
Yes. Don't worry, there's not going to be a hook that pulls me off the show.
No,
Anyway.
but I just said exit to Eden, and you brought exit to Eden, and you brought a gong up. Who did that?
Donna and her pet fish.
That was one big crappie I had.
Eh.
Well, it's a cure for constipation. Oh, crappie. Anyway, now my beard is much whiter, dear Dawn.
That wasn't
Aw.
me. That was my sister.
Oh. And
Okay, maybe some of it was me.
anyone remember the cowbells? I assume it's anyone, or you know Antoine. I mean,
I don't know
Yeah.
Antoine. He's Antoine.
And Joe.
I've known some Antoines, and
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. Go to the next one.
yes, they were on the radio when I was in high school. Oh, good. I remember the Cowsills. Thesis needs a gong.
Bang gong. Get it on.
Oh, wow. Hit the 80s rock moment. I'm all for it.
Dad!
What? Gong goes the gong, dong goes the gong, dong goes the dawn, dawn has the gong, dawn. I can't regret, I've got a speech impediment. I can't regret a speech impediment. I can't regret a speech impediment. Where is the gong? Here is the gong. Dawn has the gong. Dawn has the gong. Ding dong, ding dong.
I really hope Joe wasn't hoping to monetize this channel.
It goes back.
It's a musical sound.
Oh,
Joe's giving me the fifth one. Remember, you asked for this. I was invited in. Anyway,
now you guys see, it is not my fault. Every time you type something,
you know, I'm just going to say, what did you do to that poor man to make him that way, Dawn? My goodness. And let's see.
Guessing I just missed a squee looking at some stuff further down.
Let's see. I think, let's see. Joe Doc says, I think that one got Rev Rich. I try. Are we sure this isn't the green room? Everyone else says not the green room. I'm turning it green, man. The dark side is coming out tonight. Carl won't. Okay, fine. I've choked the chicken. Now what, Carl?
I was gonna say, just breathe through your nose. It'll be fine.
oh Lord,
Are we sure this isn't the green room? Choked, and that squee will break glass 3 states away. I love my superpowered friends. You see, the real trick of the cryptidness that no one wants to get is Everyone else around me is supernaturally inclined, and I'm just not. But that's such a rare, weird thing. So, like, what are you? You can touch silver and iron. What's wrong with you?
I just
Well, on a
realized.
really cool day, I can cut a diamond, but that's a different thing.
I just realized something. For those of you that remember the most horrid train ride I've ever had to deal with, it all revolved around a woman stroking dick openly on a train.
So you've been to New York or Chicago?
No, so I was working overtime. I was getting into the office extremely early and leaving extremely late. I just wanted to sleep on the way home, so I had my monthly pass just out sitting so that, as soon as I can wake up and realize that the conductor's already gone past, I can just put it back in my wallet and everything like that. So I'm just sleeping on the train before the train pulls out of the station. And then I wake up to someone just stroking the back of my hair.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I know it's not Misty because train hasn't left yet. What the hell is going on? Except I use another choice word. And, my hair was actually even longer than it is when this happened. The lady, she's like, you just had such beautiful hair, I had to. I would have felt less violated if she would have punched me in the face and stole my wallet. And I just couldn't sleep the rest of the way home. She still makes fun of me about that to this day.
People would come up to
Wait,
me
wait,
at school
wait.
and like run their fingers through my hair when it was about waist length. Yeah, no, I started braiding it really tightly after that.
I kept telling you, thumbtacks, my dear.
Oh God. Yeah.
You just ankylosaurus that, Get yourself a couple of the old school 80s plastic knockers.
Those things were great.
Oh,
It took a minute to find it. That's what she said.
what was that, dear? Yes,
It's the green room.
the counters are too high.
It's a green kitchen.
Boy, could we cook. I'm in a room, but what color now? Worries in my mind. It's really easy. Look through the green door. And, wow, this is more... What are you talking about? We've been completely normal. Anything you're mishearing is completely on you. You are clearly misinterpreting things. This has been brought to you by Gaslighters Anonymous.
Nick, my boots are out in my truck still, and it's starting to get a little deep here.
Mine are in the living room. You can borrow them.
Okay, let me explain once again what is happening here. Some of you don't know this. I grew up in Northwest Indiana in the 80s, okay? This means the air was solid and the water was crunchy. No one had to exfoliate ever. You just get a little of the acid rain, give it a quick rub in the baking soda, you're good. But because of growing up there, I have to have a certain environment of inappropriateness around me. So, because I actually breathe through BS gills on the side of my neck. If there isn't enough BS around me, I have to generate it, It's just... It's an adaptation. I drank a lot of water from Lake Michigan.
Overcome.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The real X-Men 97. Anyway. Let's see.
Oh, you said overcome, not... Never mind.
Yes. Captain Dyslexia strikes again. Don't make her tap the sign. Unless your nose is stuffed up, then you need to take a breath every once in a while and to breathe. Get yourself one of those nose sprayers. They're a necessity. You claim to be normal, Nick. I talk cow dung.
See, she said dung.
Yay!
Dung, da dung,
I
dung.
said dong.
Dung, da dung, dung, dung.
Father asked me that question.
Yes,
Whatever
Kitty.
you do, Dad, don't ever show Mom these shows. She'll flip out. Hi, Mom, if you're watching.
Womp womp womp. Oh, I'd be destroyed if my parents watched this, but that's okay. Yeah, Kitty, it really came off the rails, down the trestle and into the canyon. Well, it's a natural thing. And Thesis says, "You said fluff, right, Rich? What the fluff?"
Why does Joe look like he's sitting there waiting for the dentist? Open up.
Anyway,
Be careful though. It was just the eclipse. You know what happens when somebody gets a plant and somebody goes to the dentist?
mm-hmm.
Because I want to be a dentist.
Give
Yeah,
it
you know, I am really mad about it.
Looks like you're not happy. Let's say open a vein.
Oh god. Fortunately, we're all off key enough that we don't have to worry about getting copyright struck. But
And actually, we're using short enough snippets that for under 10 seconds, so it's very good.
wow.
Yay, loopholes!
Oh,
Go.
I'm going to move it further down.
I think several. And
One would think I work with lawyers or something.
the counters are only too high if you're too short, Nick.
We did discuss high heels.
One, yeah, Thesis. You can take a flying fluff at a rolling donut, sir.
Okay, this next one didn't go through.
Nick, I am a Minnesota-conceived son of a Polak that knows nothing about perversion. I grew up in Michigan City, which is an incredibly Polish town, to the point where at the Taco Bell, and this is how I knew I was back in town when I went back to that area for a while. I knew because it was Sunday at noon in Michigan City, and the Michigan City Classic Rock radio was playing. Is that, oh, it's noon! It's 12 o'clock noon on a Sunday. You know what that means? It's the polka hour!
I hope Jim's not over with you right now, Dad.
And that was the hard rock station.
Um,
No, I don't.
Hey, Don from Mom, guess what
It's
you were
really
getting for
watching.
Christmas?
and I'm assuming that I'm getting a bar of soap for Christmas to clean out my eyes and my mouth.
Is it a 5-gallon tub of sour cream?
Yeah, is that
No.
American gallons or Canadian gallons?
No, what you're going to get is a little tiny toothbrush. That way you can stick it in your ear and clean out that filthy mind of yours. What? Oh,
Hopefully it's green.
Manda says what you're getting for Christmas is the therapy bill.
I-
Take this one late week long. We'll be getting that for about the 4th of July.
And if my parents watched this, I would be fine because they don't know my YouTube handle. Because they couldn't see your picture. I mean, how many guys look like that with a gin in their
My
hand?
parents are watching this. It's the damn rapture.
Right? Well, Dad will watch. Dad can watch. She'd find it hilarious, though.
Wow! My brain spat out the phrase, is the raptor like really obnoxious spearfishing, but in reverse? You're aiming up? Anyway, that was my horrific thought of the moment. You're not giving away? You owe money!
I was just saying, with both my parents gone, if they're watching it, then, we've got a little something to worry about here.
I'm a firm believer that heaven must have Wi-Fi. Because I really don't want an eternity where gaming isn't an option. Lump of coal?
That's what I'm getting for Christmas, according to Dan.
And Kitty says, that's from the movie I Got You, right, Thesis? And yes, it is, Kitty. Gold star for you. And we got a Kitty go, woo!
Go stars!
Woo! I like kitties when they go woo.
I prefer them purring in my lap, but that's okay too. Anyway,
You have four. You love it when you have four in your lap at the same time purring. Neck.
Speaking of kitty cats, I see one sneaking up on Joe.
Donna.
Where's Kitty Cat?
It was
Isn't
Brad.
Brad?
He's behind you. He's behind you.
Where's Brad?
There's someone in the house. Anyway,
No, he's in front of me. Well, come here. You can get on camera.
Is he just yelling at you?
Yeah.
Heaven has fiber optics. Did you miss the newsletter?
Okay.
My view on Heaven is if I am fortunate enough to come skidding in, broken and battered through that gate, and they hand me a dirty rag to start scrubbing the angelic toilets for whatever, I will count myself a lucky man. Beyond that, this has been a good rehearsal for Friday night. Oh, if you think Friday night's going to be good, wait till it's Saturday, and Trey, Joe, and I and Amanda are side by side after ingesting probably too much caffeine and gaming, arting, and shenaniganry. Water Joe. Put Joe in your mouth! Anyway.
Joe, I want you in my mouth.
And it's not salty.
And it'll wake me up. It'll make me shaky.
I have
Yet
to
another reason for adding up on your pizza.
You save big money at Menards.
I was not aware that we were doing the Midwestern anthem.
588 to 300.
Empire!
Day.
Oh,
Oh shit! I mean, darn.
Did you say, like, shoot and then yarn? Was that what you...
No, I went for the full word and then I went, oh darn. That's like me this morning. I never mind the furthermore when I did my little cuts out.
I don't know what you're talking about. And let's see. Ooh, said Dr. Dula. Mine, I thought this old guy was nasty. Well, Dr. Dulost, you are on The Burning is Yarn After Dark, where only the finest of things come out after night. We've been brought to you live by Trey's Restraints, keeping the mischief in Mags' fiber hearts. Yes, Trey's Restraints line, guaranteed to keep you in place until he says go. Anyway, thank you. I am so tempted to make a whole bunch of absolutely farcical ads. And just, you know,
I'd play them. You know.
I know. I know. Oh, man. We've graduate courses, Dale. Absolutely. Let me explain. There are three... What?
I have to tell you about how I broke Crow the other day. So it was the night before I sent the chains out to Dan. So I was showing Crow what they look like and stuff like that. And she's like, well, what are these for? I'm like, so, you know, I can go ahead and chain your mom up to the bed. And Crow's just like,
the red dragon above you is judging you, Rich. I just want to let you know.
Hey, Dad, is Mom still watching?
he's judging your onions.
That's sweet of you, Kitty.
nice.
I want to know if Mom's watching because I want to see how horrified I can make her.
This and other questions will be answered in the next episode of The Burning is Yarn Z. Anyway.
I don't know.
No, we
if
can't
the
do that
yelling is
because-
coming through.
He was body slamming the door earlier.
No, to get back to the statement that was briefly lost, Dr. Dulas, you have to understand there are 3 tiers that we deal with in the education of impropriety. You have what are called preverts. These are the teenagers that I work with when I'm running games at the library or substitute teaching. They're well-intended, but they don't know what they're talking about. Then you have the classic mature pervert, someone who has experienced enough sexuality to be able to make fun of it, and all well and good. And then if you can find the right dark places of the interwebs in life, if you can journey through the muck and the horror of the things unknown, if you can out-fiend the overfiend, you can become a provert. And a provert is a skilled professional designed to corrupt others into the way of possibly enjoying life. Yes, Dawn.
I just am raising my hand because I'm part of the Provert group.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. If you are here, this is Proverts Unanonymous, because we don't believe in having shade. There is no kink shaming here unless you're bad at it.
Where's your sign, Rich?
We definitely take the question, though.
Provert unanimous. I need to create that sign.
By the way, so Dad, but $20 is $20.
Let's see. Carl says, "Wow, okay, that flashed funny." Carl said, "Oh wait, I can't wait till the next show if YouTube allows the next show. If I take down Joe's entire network, I will both be horrifically ashamed and just a little proud, and I'm sorry to admit that."
Oh, I'll be very proud.
You know?
So Mom's not watching, but I'm going to show this anyways. You guys ready?
Oh, yes. Yes. This is so... We need room.
I was such a cute little kid, wasn't I? I don't know what happened.
Oh, that is adorable!
Love that.
And from the bottom of my Dan Stark loving 80s surviving, I'm going to have to swear slightly because there's no other way to say it, but bitch and stash, sir. That is impressive. I just can hear Foghat blaring in the background, followed by AC/DC's Thunderstruck. What was that? Oh, okay. Sorry.
We got
Nope.
Oh, he's running.
We got a runner.
What on? And let me see. That suddenly Dan's ears are burning. There are ointments for that. You really should be careful what you allow where.
And if the burning lasts for more than 4 hours, consult your medical professional.
It must be the stream.
I was gonna say, I don't know, we're what, 2 hours?
Is that what you're saying?
We're only popping to the second hour.
And we've only been listening to the song for an hour?
Welcome to the wonderful world of ADHD. There's noise. I don't care what it is. The noise is going.
It was
like-
good, and I liked it.
I could put the ducks back on and it could feel like an art stream. Although I would not trust me with an art stream in my current mentality. And Thesis is very definitely pro-very. He corrupted both Foxy and I to an extent once thought unimaginable. Congratulations. Take down a creator's network. Challenge accepted. Let's not do it as a challenge, Joe. That takes all the spirit out of it. And let's see.
It has to be spontaneous.
I've got a similar picture of my family
Well,
sitting on top
The
of
thing is, Joe didn't say which creator.
Oh, there are several networks I could point you at. I mean, wow. What was that? Malicious Compliance wearing its ugly head? Richie works for lawyers, and I'm just me. Someone once asked me, Nick, well, I'd love to see what would happen if you cut loose and went dark side. If I went dark side, I'd still be lawful. I'd just be more problematic.
Chapter 20.
And let's see. It's opposite day. Okay. So, Jot and Trey, if you have a cat named Bread, if you get another one delivered, will you name it Butter?
Our other one is Hobo. Because we don't have.
We do have another person in our group, and I'm not on here, but Josh does have a Butters.
He does.
So we have a Butters and we have a Bread.
Somebody got a cheese? We can grill this up. Anyway, does that make it? Would that be a Chinese dish? Anyway, always leaving Take Me Down.
And only one's a true cat. The other two are ugly cats.
I don't want you to take me down. I want you to take me on.
Take on me.
Oh.
Now, see, that would be a great filter to be able to pop up where it just goes the black and white, like animated with the little square. I would rock that. And let's see. That's okay. My music played quietly should be broadcast to the limits of outer space. Absolutely. Here's what we need to do. We need to hijack the UFOs, take them to, probably LA, get some speakers put on them.
Good night, Carl. Love you.
Night, Carl. You have a good
Thanks
one.
for stopping by.
And then we'll blare them throughout the cosmos. My goal is to be louder than the sun. And Dr. Dulas responds with, "Provert or pervert? Doesn't that stash make some want more? That stash has been with me for 54 years and somehow got bleached out. I feel I'm going to be eradicated from this fun stream. My.
Oh, trust me, you will not be eradicated from this stream.
Sir, you walk boldly among your people."
Wait. I gotta do this.
Dawn, don't do that, please. Don't, like I said, don't get these straight lines. You putting sensory deprivation / hair bondage is not a thing you want to start right now.
Oh, I would think, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
We know.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can feel it with more depth. Dawn got it. And Night Carl, yep, it is 10 o'clock here in the wonderful land of corn sharks. It looks like Joe is either exhausted, high, or both from the raw idiocy being presented.
Yeah.
See no daddy, hear no daddy.
Dan, that really is my father. That is.
Yes, that's what makes it funny. We wouldn't make the jokes if it weren't woefully inappropriate.
Yeah, you would.
But then it would be only minorly inappropriate, and we don't play this lightweight game around these parts.
Hanging fruit.
If a conversation won't get you excommunicated, I don't know if you're on this network. But
so smiling on that one.
Say it, Dawn. Say it.
Say it.
I don't know. I think it was the See No Daddy thing, but I'm sorry. We don't have super chats available yet there, Joe Dog. However, if the stream can get properly monetized, I'm sure the $20 is $20 strong, and we can get Dawn to say all manner of things.
And that one got screenshot, I'm sure.
You are welcome. It's not the first time I've made a lady's jaw drop and miss her mouth, but anyway.
Hey, at least
I
it wasn't
could have
ice
quoted
cream.
Tommy.
Actually, I just dropped the cap. It went on the floor. I didn't spill anything on me. And again, it wasn't ice cream.
Are you saying she's just a pinball wizard?
I can't find my cap. I'll find it.
Wow! Wow!
And before I do actually get canceled,
Right?
We can end this whenever
My
anyone.
bottle.
I do want to say I hope you guys feel, since I'm not doing Nevermind the Furthermore, you've gotten enough, Nick, to offset and get you through the long dark night.
We've been nickified. Properly
there
nickified.
I can neither confirm nor deny there may be a Gradient edition on Friday.
Yes, they've been asking, and I'm like, I know nothing. Unfortunately, Joe's got the keys to my back door, and
Damn right I do.
and she's giggling like I said, not knowing where I was going. Friends, you have to understand, for a joke to go off, I'll drop it at my own feet. I have no qualms.
I dropped my cap between my feet. Good night, Joe Dog. Good luck at Huntsville this weekend.
And head between her legs, looking for her cap. Look, we're not all as flexible as we were when we were teenagers, okay?
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah, I have to see what's going on with work, but I think there will be a Gradient edition of Nevermind the Furthermore.
What's the best, Joe? As I even asked, is there a Gradient edition Friday? So it's now known that when Joe is gonna help out Nick and take over, that it will be the Gradient edition, known as the Gradient editions.
Okay, Joe Dog, rest up, feel better. I know you've got a lot going on. The shenanigans will still be around. Foxy says phrasing, I know I'm good at. And Dan Hollifield, you have the bridge this weekend. Aye, Captain. And Dr. Dulas has said, I'm just a fun dad having fun group. Monetizing is just income to some and everything to others. If it is screwed up, let Dawn. He will share her inheritance. Aww. Well, that's better than pointing it my way because, as you can see, everything about me projects wealth and control.
Dad, please do not get mad at me for this one, but I couldn't resist and you opened the door.
Orange County Choppers? Okay. I take it that is an inside joke. Or did you just mug your father? Anyway.
No, I don't think it depends on if you were in the green room that night.
Probably not. I don't get to, because of my show.
You were in the Hysterical Fencing Guild.
No, I have somebody, I have to put in my time to offset the karmic debt of being me. I waste a large quantity of oxygen and, the world is a beautiful place and then I walk through, so it's sort of like that black and white blur. It's like you've got the Wizard of Oz and not Nick walks through and it's grayscale and as soon as I'm gone, it's back to being the wizard, the Technicolor. It happens. I inflict the face born for radio on all of you. What was that, Joe?
Sorry, talking to the cat, forgot to mute.
I like that you developed a faux hawk of sorts.
I was going to say, what's with the hair? No, put that back. That was funny, Joe.
No, one or both of us need to have straight hair.
For some reason, it reminded me of a snorkel. Those little cartoons.
The Snorks.
The Snorks, yes.
No,
it was a great program, but the end of series finale where the Snorks went to war with the Smurfs was not expected. I was kind of impressed to see them reveal Snipey Smurf, whom, if you watch through the episodes, had been lurking in the trees through every episode of the Snorks, of the Smurfs, and that's why Gargamel had to go through at least 18 versions of Azrael because Snipey Smurf kept taking him out. Say you were a victim of the Happy Tree Friends without saying you were a victim of the Happy Tree Friends. Anyhow, and yes, that's a Joe Hawk. Does the green room have any openings? Gary, what's his name, and I may need a place. Dr. Dulas wants to bring somebody. Send that man an invite. Hello, of course they can come on the ship. Anyway.
Okay, fine. If y'all can find him, which is not going to be very hard, you can invite him. But I'm not going to be the one that does.
Wait a second. If you can find him, maybe you can hire Dr. Dulas.
You never showed me the van, Dad. I want the van. Give me the van.
That's a Joe Hawk.
The van. Is it down by the river?
Okay.
Isn't it great how that used to be a threat and now it's a life goal?
I know, right? You'll be living in a van down by the river.
Don't just let me with a good time.
Right? You mean I can afford something? With waterfront property?
Well,
I was going to say my parents' backyard has water front. It's a water back property, but that sounded really bad.
Wow! We are actually stopping right there. That comment is getting. If you wanted to know where the rails on the show is, Don just slid and nearly crashed into the border of this program, and we are not letting her cross. However,
All right.
The sad part is that I'm not saying something that's not true.
absolutely.
There's
You've
a
not
street-
seen my billboards along I-35?
I thought that was what's his name?
Winston Rothschild III, Septic and Sewage Sucking Services?
No, Lindahl. Isn't that Lindahl along 35? You guys probably don't get that inside joke, but I do.
That's okay.
Minnesota thing you won't understand.
what are you crackheads doing?
I think it's on Indiana 18 is the ad for Joe's Dog Obedience School and Taxidermy Shop.
Oh, Lord.
So it just sounded like Joe was calling us crackheads. I know he's talking to the cats because those are their nicknames, are crackheads
Or
and psycho
Is
britches.
he?
Well, he usually calls me other things than crackhead, but you know.
Oh, they're getting ready to do, WWE wrestling.
Boss!
On the
It's
top
Bob.
of the house.
I knew you didn't track right, but I looked at Joe. Sorry.
They're ready to throw paws.
Oh, WCW, the World Cat Wrestling.
Yeah.
It's real easy. If they're not being noisy, it's not hurting anybody.
I actually came out of the
You came out?
office one day and I'm looking around and Joe's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "The cats are quiet." I'm looking for them.
I just want to point out, you pulled a walk-in pause there, and it was masterful, because you said, I just came out the office, and the level of delight on Dawn's face both amuses and intrigues me. Hi, how you doing? And, hey Trey, Joe Lindell Trey. And she's not a crackhead, she's just very crackish.
I'm chaos.
Oh, I'm just cracked. We're just going to go with that. I'm just cracked.
I used to watch Cracked After Dark. That was a fun program. Anyway, obscure internet shows for 2000, Alec. But not that Alec, because that Alec cannot watch this program. Anyway.
Well, he can, and if he did, we would be talking very differently. We know
Oh,
we
no,
know when to behave.
Alec can't, because Alec has to get their homework done. So
Alec, get your homework done.
Alec, get the homework done. But I'm just saying, if Alec jumped in here right now, we would be like, we would all turn into nuns and priests and be like, yes, we are good people.
Alrighty then.
Mhm.
When
We
we're
tried-
on air, remind
we
me
do
to tell you
try.
about the pin that Alec gave me within like minutes of meeting me.
I will be glad to hear it from your perspective. However, I might have been consulted. Is this appropriate?
Beautiful.
Uh-oh.
Crack-ish is an inside joke?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Who's inside who's crack now? Okay, that's the joys of being dyslexic. You know? They don't know what I have as a mental disorder, but it's dysfunctional. Are you okay?
Thought something joined me in here, but no, I'm not okay. My thingy's falling apart. Shut up.
Tell us more about your thingy.
My ding-a-ling, her ding-a-ling. Anyway,
How do we still have viewers?
because they want to see the jig and the thingamajig, friends.
Oh,
He came in here and I said, let me guess. And he said yes. And I thought he was still in here when he told me.
And Dan said, why are you coming apart? Because it's a total eclipse of the heart. No, I have that effect on women sometimes.
Ay. You people are
Don't ask
exhausted.
questions you don't want to know the answer to, my friend, because I will answer. That might be a green room grade question comment. Let me see. And I am getting a
Your
note.
sons are going psycho out here, dear.
it's time for their kitty crack.
I didn't know there was an Agent Orange issue in North Carolina. Well, Facebook user, that was a speech impediment thing. That was not me being that vicious. I'd only be that vicious if I knew who they were.
Who are you, Facebook user?
Oh my
Who
god.
are
You have a long tray for damn days. Everyone else will need a little more investigating. Sorry, Joe, you're staying home with cats.
We're leaving you home, Joe.
Okay. I mean, I get to spread out across the bed. Threaten me with a good time.
Hi,
Oh,
Jim.
that note,
Later.
folks. Good night. Oh. As I just hit the outro.
You know what? Here's the deal, guys. At least 3 of us will be at Region Con. Oh my! There was a boob. It was a man boob, but it was a boob. YouTube, that was a man. It was a man, babe. It's a man's world. But anyway,
Did
now
you figure
you're
out
a
who
man.
the user is?
No.
I feel horrible about that. I just say user and my tongue just went, ugh.
Read it, read it.
It's a couple screaming.
Okay, but we will. The Bachmans and I and my lovely wife will be at Region Con this Saturday. It is free to attend
No.
and easy to get to. It's just a little bit west of the corner of 41 and 30 on 330. I'm hoping they have signs. Going for a record, this is 2 hours and 18 minutes. I've literally done this unconsciously on a given
Okay.
normal day.
Our Facebook user is Bob Senzina. Senzina?
He was our.
Yes.
Oh! Yeah. Hey, Bob.
User what?
He was our.
I'm sorry,
in Chicago.
Officer Chief Senzina, sir. Like I said, that was indeed an actual speech impediment.
What is he?
He was our police chief.
Oh, okay.
The poor man forgot what Indiana
He
was like
wasn't
in
here
the
earlier when I was
winter
talking
time.
about the firemen, the EMT.
Oh,
and
is he the cool one who went down to Florida?
And then came back.
That came
Senior
back? Oh,
chief.
yes, I've heard stories of him. I would definitely not mock him. He actually seems like a really cool dude. See, I will tell you, if it seems like it's a possible accident, I'm not being insulting. In the rare cases I'm actually insulting, everyone and their descendants knows for 7 generations. Homie, don't play. And let's see. Kitty says, I think I lost another 2 pounds just from laughing. You are welcome, ma'am.
I'm about ready to get the full
Burning the
name
yarn
behind
and
me.
the calories.
Foxy says, and completely crazy. Nick, there is another way you can be allowed to come with Dawn, but we'll have to discuss that in a room of Columbine. Oh! Oh!
On that note, Mr. Theodore, Mr. Ted wants to get to bed. Oh, I made a rhyme. Did try it.
All right.
So,
Well, let's say goodnight, folks, and
Let me find where that outro is. That'll give me time. I'll stop the music that I've left run for the last while. Somebody change.
I've already got my finger over the button, Nick. Wow. You can
You
find
can
all of
come
us
for my money or my life. You don't want either.
You can find all of us on ndcd.org. You can find some of us at RegionCon this weekend. And of course, you can always find all the links to Dan's music on ndcd.org/about-Dan-Holofield.
good night, everybody.
In a black room with black curtains.
Good night, folks.
Good night.